Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has been shot and, according to Japanese public broadcasting NHK, killed. Abe was attacked while campaigning Friday for his party ahead of national elections. Meanwhile, attending a G20 summit in Indonesia, U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken offered his support.
Our thoughts, our prayers are with him, with his family, with the people of Japan. This is a very, very sad moment.
Abe, who's 67, stepped down in 2020 because he said a chronic health problem had resurfaced. Back on the home front, President Biden plans to take executive action on abortion today. Fox's Sean Langell reports from Washington.
Facing criticism from Democrats who say President Biden has not acted urgently enough to protect abortion rights, the president will sign an executive order that seeks to limit penalties on women who seek the procedure. These include instructing the Department of Health and Human Services to aid in making abortion medication more readily available, helping women cross state lines to access clinical abortions, and enhancing privacy protections for women who obtain abortion services. While the president has said his authorities are limited without congressional action, Republican lawmakers have praised the High Court's decision, saying it rightly returns authorities back to voters and individual states. In Washington, Sean Langell, Fox News.
Former President Trump rallies in Nevada on behalf of Republican nominees for governor and Senate. Fox's Kristen Goodwin has the details.
Former President Trump will deliver remarks at Treasure Island Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas tonight on what's being called the America First agenda. The former president's Save America PAC says he will speak at 6 p.m. local time following a panel discussion with endorsed candidates Clark County Sheriff Joe Lombardo, who is running for governor, and former Nevada Attorney General Adam Laxalt, who is running for Senate. Mr. Trump endorsing Lombardo and Laxalt during Nevada's primary. The event marks his first trip to the state to campaign in person for the GOP candidates. They face incumbent Democratic Governor Steve Sisolak and Senator Catherine Cortez Masto. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
San Francisco's mayor has appointed Brooke Jenkins the city's new district attorney after voters recalled Chesa Bodine for his progressive criminal justice policies. At the announcement of her appointment, Jenkins says she plans to focus on hate crimes against Asian Americans.
Our Asian community can no longer continue to live in fear of being attacked simply because of who they are as they go about their daily lives in this city. What we know about San Francisco is we are a city that is accepting of everyone.
She says she doesn't blame Boudin solely for the city's crime problem, saying the responsibility of public safety lies with all the people of San Francisco. Jenkins serves as the first Latina district attorney for that city. Canada may be required to get a COVID booster shot every 9 months. AFN's Chris Woodward has that story.
Speaking in a televised address, Canada's health minister said the virus evolves, and Omicron made us aware that we will never be fully vaccinated against COVID-19.
While you might have gotten infected, risk is high. You could get reinfected with all the downfall, including the risk of developing symptoms of long COVID. As health experts and physicians will tell you, it's critical that you go and get the shot that's waiting for you.
Twyla Brace of Minnesota-based Citizens Council for Health Freedom says this is a genetic material that is still experimental. And even the U.S. FDA in their emergency use authorizations requires research all the way up to 2027. So the fact that Canada wants to require this essentially every 9 months just shows to Brace that there is something going on here besides good health and good medical decisions. I'm Chris Woodward.
Remember, you can access American Family News by logging on to the World Wide Web at afn.net or by downloading the AFN app. And that is American Family News on the Hour. I'm Chad Groening.
Here at KNVBC, we're very grateful to the American Family Radio for allowing us to broadcast their Christian news free of charge. And we encourage you to listen to this brief word from AFA.
The single most cited source of ideas in the founding era for the documents we have was the Bible.
Historian David Barton.
That doesn't sound like a godless constitution when your most cited source is the Bible.
Do you want to learn more about the biblical foundation of our nation's Constitution? Watch God in the Constitution by David Barton from American Family Association's Cultural Institute. It's available on DVD at afastore.net.
Good morning. This is July the 8th.
Morning by morning, new mercies I see.
Tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lieth. Judges 16, verse 6. Where lies the secret strength of faith? It lies in the food it feeds on. Faith studies what the promise is, an emanation of divine grace and overflowing of the great heart of God. Faith says, my God gave this promise out of love and grace. Therefore, I am certain that His word will be fulfilled. Then faith thinks, who's the author of this promise? It remembers that it is God who cannot lie, God omnipotent and God immutable. Faith therefore concludes that the promise must be fulfilled. It remembers why the promise was given, namely for the glory of God. He will never stain His own character or mar the luster of His own crown. Therefore the promise must and will stand. Then faith also considers the amazing work of Christ as being a clear proof of the Father's intention to fulfill His word. He that spared not His own Son, but freely delivered Him up for us all, how shall He not with Him also freely give us all things? Faith looks back on the past and remembers that God never failed it. Faith recollects times of great peril when deliverance came and hours of awful need when its strength was found. It cries, hitherto the Lord has helped me, and He will help me still. Thus faith can say with assurance, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life.
Morning by morning, new mercies I see.
Join us each day at this time for Morning by Morning, daily devotionals by Charles Spurgeon, read by Brother Ed Russ.
This is Todd Herbert from Stockton, California, a student at Golden State Baptist College, and you're listening to KNVBC Revival Radio, broadcasting from the campus of GSBC.